teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Being chased out left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They hand this off to Harris. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Thomas. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Jackson on first down. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he stopped immediately there. They go play action now. Jackson. He finds his man complete. That's Webb. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Jordan Fuller there to take him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. No score after one on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second and 6. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 19-yard line. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. And when he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Forced out to his left. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Henry. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They go play action now. Lawrence, they'll roll him out right. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. That ball caught by Campbell. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Lawrence to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Dafe Oway drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return, it's White. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he's got room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a carry for Dobbins. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jackson now. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Rosas to add the extra point. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A quick throw here out to Brown. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Play action. Now Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50. You change it. Hands up. 50, Mike 50.
Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Webb. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
We got 3, fellas. We got board.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, here's Henry. And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Again, it's Henry. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead up to 8.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry for Harris. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Lawrence. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
He finds his man complete. That's Welch. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. Just a 5-yard pickup that leads to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
50, Mike 50, in your face.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They go play action with Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, middle. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. Hey, we have you Mike 50.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now it's Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are on their way to a 2-0 start. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 15.
Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. A leap, and he's got it. He got it.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance.